Well, I'd love to know, since there's some folks here, your perspective on this, because you've done bodybuilding and so forth. When you look at a commercial-grade machine like this from the 70s that a genuine legend used, what goes through your mind?
Well, we were just talking about it. It's kind of come full circle, and you're seeing, you know, what's old is new again. And a lot of the training methods, especially that athletes are doing right now, they're implementing what Steve Reeves did and knew way before anybody. So to me, it's just incredible, and to have this in your own house is just unbelievable. I mean, you have no excuses not to work out. I mean, this is like, this thing's going to be calling you. You know, talk about, this is a hypnotic piece of equipment.
Right,
so
it's mesmerizing.
Put you in a trance. It'll be bringing you down here every morning to lift. So talk about inspiration. Just very cool.
And Craig, what's your view of things as you've been looking and listening?
Well, I think I fill in the space of the person who's just getting into working out. I don't consider myself a bodybuilder, but to see this machine here, first of all, is it shows you the history and really the heritage that comes with it is really what impresses me the most. And I'm so glad that it, first of all, still exists, and that it's in Joe's gym, and that it's going to get a heck of a workout. It's going to get its purpose, you know, maintained. It's not meant to sit and gather dust anywhere. This is history right here. And what I hope comes across in this video and in the future is some of the wonderful stories that we've heard tonight about the days when this was all put together and got started. I mean, the history here is something that, as Brad has pointed out, we can't forget that, because it's, in many ways, nothing has improved on what was already known back then. And so it's wonderful to see that. And as I get started in my journey, I'm looking right here. By the way, Joe, I'll be here on Friday. So, you know, well, I'm just saying it's wonderful to see continuity with history and have it passed down and have the oral tradition of storytelling and hearing what has been done and what's behind some of these, you know, these very pieces of equipment that you're looking at here. So I want to acknowledge Joe, first of all, for taking the initiative to collect it and bring it here, which, by the way, it came from California. Just look at this thing and imagine it didn't come in a FedEx box. You know, it took 8 hours to assemble it, and I think that every minute of that was well worth it. So that's my take.
I'm enough of an entrepreneur to already see a business opportunity here. So what I've decided to do is I'm locking the doors to my gym, and when you come here on Friday, you will pay a cover charge, and it'll be per hour, and then I'm going to put up a website, you know, use herculesgym.com, something like that. And I'll charge people for a yearly membership, and then they come. I'll have a card swipe over there and so forth. And they can just come swipe, come and work out. We can probably get several people at one time. You think, George?
Or you
because there's different stations here.
The other thing is you can buy credits to use a certain part of the equipment. So you use your 1 credit for the overhead press, and then later when you run out of credits, you can buy more. You know, for other things, or if you want to listen to this video or something else, then you pay more credits, and that's how this is all going to be, you know, working out. So,
given that the machine can like take anybody out, I think the less you use, the more you pay. You know, like if you only do like 3 reps, you got to pay like a premium for doing less. Like if you really push yourself,
like this. Now this is a nice
You can
twist.
earn your fee down by like really showing that you're doing it the real way.
Idea.
But if you just show up and do a couple of little things,
you got to pay more.
Don't break a sweat, you're going to pay a premium. So.
It's Hercules brainstorming.
There you go.
There you go.
That's right.
And Joe's probably going to play the harmonica, from what I understand. So you'll get serenaded while you're working out, or maybe a guitar or something. But
wait till Frank Zane finds out that I'm going to get rid of the Zane blaster that's right behind you. I've already dismantled the darn thing, you know, which I bought from Frank Zane, and I've been using all this time. Whenever he says do legs, I do it on the Zane blaster. But now that I got this, I have a comfortable chair to sit in. I don't have to worry about
your back.
my back. That's right, or getting a little dizzy or wobbly. I sit there and I go up and down with this darn thing. And I wanted to point out, since you're running the camera, that this is kind of becoming the Steve Reeves shrine. Not only do I have Steve Reeves' car parked out front, but I have 2 photos that were signed, 1 piece of art and 1 photo that were both signed by Steve. They're against that back wall. So at some point, you might want to do a close-up on that. I am very much a fan of Steve Reeves, very much a disciple, and because I always admired his classic physique and his natural approach to health and fitness. When I looked around and I saw everybody else out there, I thought these guys are just drugged up and they don't look very healthy. They look like mutants. I didn't want to go that direction. So Steve's been an inspiration on many levels. And in fact, an inside thing that you may not have noticed, George, there's a sign underneath the AC that says Joe Reeves.
I did see that.
Well,
That's the first thing I noticed when I walked in.
well, you were very polite not to say anything about it because that's a very personal code to me.
Sure.
I actually have done hypnosis with different trainers, and one was incorporating the Steve Reeves mindset in my head. And in order for me to have a command to call it back up again, the phrase was Joe Reeves, not Steve Reeves, Joe Reeves, so I could have Joe and Reeves.
Right.
So when I come in here, I see Joe Reeves, and it means do business.
Yeah.
Get down and do the
All
work.
business.
Yeah. And that's what this reeks of business. This is not a toy. This is something that's all, you walk up to this and it's all about lifting.
Yeah,
You got heavy weight,
Yeah.
you got bars, lifting.
And this will turn your body hopefully into that classic physique that you've always wanted.
You saying I don't have it now? These are fighting words. What are you saying?
After eating 20 ounces of beef, it's going to take a little calorie burning to work off just that meal we had. But it's good protein, and that should be turned into muscle shortly. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. So.
Anything else?
You want to screw the camera on you?
No, I'm only behind the camera. I'm going to get these pictures that you spoke about and some more of the equipment. Anybody want to say anything? No? Finished?
Has anyone acknowledged that Joe already lost like 70 pounds and he's a dedicated
idea.
student?
Well,
There
thank
you
you
go.
very much.
That's-
That'd be a good thing to say on
Say
that.
that again.
Yeah.
Say it. And you
I
can
wanna-
go, and go ahead and point out
I
all
want
the
to direct
fitness
your
contests
attention
I
to
was
all
in.
of those contests over there, which first of all, anybody who's attempted one of those contests should just, their jaw should drop as they realized he completed them and got, those blacks over there. So basically, to already have achieved that level of success and determination with this project, you can imagine what he's going to do with this machine. So I just want to say props to Joe for this entire project and being a part of not only his own personal fitness goals, but to essentially keep the Steve Reeves name and legacy in everyone's minds. I think that's crucial. I'm certainly inspired. Like I said, I'll be here Friday.
You can come free Friday now after saying that.
Awesome.
All right, no credits.
You got some credits now. Start lifting. That was very nice.